What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Elijah, and we are having another travel day. We are at the airport. It's about 1 a.m. and we have a little bit of a story to tell you guys. So to keep it as short as possible, we took the Uber here to the airport. Bree dropped her phone in the Uber. The guy takes off, and we start calling her phone, chasing the car down, tracking it on my Find My, and then they shut it off. So obviously they found it, they shut the phone off. I couldn't call her no more. Our flight leaves 2 hours, 3 hours past that. There's no way that we would have been able to track them down, get the phone, and then get back to the airport. So did the stuff at the airport, checked in, got our bags checked in, and now we're here. We were here trying to figure out how do we report her phone stolen. She doesn't share it with me to where I can report it as stolen. So we were trying to log in. Two-step verifications, needs her phone number, needs a text message, needs a phone call. She ain't got her phone to do all that. So we're struggling. We're calling them. We call Yahoo to help her get her email login. Yahoo asks for her ID, a picture of her, and then be like, nah, sorry, we can't verify you. Nothing we can do no more. Sorry. Apple couldn't do nothing about it at this point. Who else did we try? Google couldn't do nothing at this point. Yeah, so kind of just struggling. Bree no longer has a cellular device at the moment. So she's using the iPad for entertainment. Upgraded our Netflix to download some Bridgerton, so she has some type of entertainment on the plane. Because on top of that, one, we're heading back to the States today. Literally going back to the States. 6 months, nothing. The night we're getting dropped off at the airport to go back to the States, this happens. And on top of that, we have a 7-hour flight. How long of a layover? 4-hour layover? 5-hour layover. And then another 4.5-hour flight. And then we have an 1.5-hour drive. So we have about 20 hours total of traveling right now, up and ahead of us. So she needs some type of entertainment. Once we get to the States, we're gonna stop at Dunkin' Donuts, get her a French curler.
No, we're getting 12 of them. We're buying all of them. I'm gonna stress the shit out of them.
She's gonna get a whole dozen French curlers.
A large, fat caramel cream latte.
I'll probably do a pistachio latte. I kind of have been craving Chick-fil-A, so we're probably gonna go to Chick-fil-A as well.
We're gonna go to the Apple store.
Apple store, get her a phone.
Five Below to get me a case and a screen protector.
Yeah, get it all connected through Verizon and go through all the steps of that. And then we can finish our travel day. We'll be meeting up with her dad. And we don't know what he really has planned for the week, but we're gonna be in Florida for 2 weeks, then we got Georgia for 2 weeks, and then we go leave the country again before we head back to the country for a couple more adventures.
I'm gonna make my phone into a necklace.
I don't know if that works. She had a whole wrist strap on it. I think it fell out her bag. I don't know. We don't even know, but that's the beginning of our episode. That's how everything's been going for the last 4 hours.
These last 2 weeks have been so shitty for us.
Between the salmonella, train getting stuck and delayed, missing a flight, losing your phone. Honestly, it's just been a week. It hasn't even been 2 weeks. It's been a week. But Asia's coming soon.
People are nicer in Asia.
We hope so. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy this travel day video.
I don't. I hope you don't enjoy it. Because if you do, you're evil. Sorry,
You're not evil. The guy who shut off her phone is evil. She's already wished the worst upon him. Karma, hepatitis C, a shark biting his limbs off to where he only has the 2 limbs floating in the middle of the ocean until he drowns.
Painful acne.
Tires
are always flat.
Flat tires, loses a foot so he can't drive Uber anymore.
A lot of bad omens coming his way.
Yeah. So, if you took her phone and you're watching this video, go jump in the ocean. It's boarding time. Alright guys, it's been 5 hours. I slept a lot. Bris knocked out right now, so 2 more hours on this flight. And then we got a 5-hour layover. It is breakfast time. We got about an hour and a half left on the flight. Chocolate roll, bread, fruit. We are at the Panama City airport now. We have about a 5-hour layover waiting for our flight, so we'll be here for a while. Got some Burger King. Got a hash brown and a croissant sandwich with some coffee. So that's the vibe for the next 5 hours. And a nap. Keep you guys updated if anything else happens. Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully it's smooth. We don't gotta do shit. But yeah. So guys, not even 5 minutes after our last video, they told us that we couldn't stay at that little area anymore, so we had to move. Now we're at a different gate. And we are waiting here while my phone is charging. She's watching Bridgerton. But yeah, we had to walk away from our gate to sit at a different gate because we're not allowed to wait there yet. Makes no sense, but oh well. Finally boarding our next flight. A whole 5.5 hours later. We finally landed after one of the worst flights we've ever been on. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about it later, but it was a rough flight. But we here, we made it into Florida. We gotta go through customs, get our bags, get the rental car, go to the Apple store to get Brie her phone, get some Chick-fil-A and Dunkin' Donuts. That's still on the list. So travel day continues. We still have a bit more of our adventure today. As we got our baggage, we've collected everything. So now I can update you guys a little bit on how that flight went. Well, first off, we realized it's Sunday. We can't go to Chick-fil-A. So we're gonna find a Cane's instead. Unfortunately, I'm cool with Cane's, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Anyways, so first thing is we get on that flight. Mind you, we paid for emergency row seats in one of our flights and we didn't get in either of our flights. We sat next to the bathroom on both flights. So sitting next to the bathroom was already ass. Then we had a little kid across the row from us, loud and annoying, like constantly crying for his mom who's sitting right there. Always just trying to make noise. There's a little girl in front of us who would not stay seated, and her mom was encouraging her to run up and down the aisle. I knocked out on the plane, woke up to this little girl swinging her jacket around, hitting me, and then went back to sleep, woke up to her mom elbowing me, trying to grab her blanket. Didn't care. And then we had a kid behind us that was coughing, sounded like he was sick.
Well, like a heating pad or anything?
I'm okay. So that was just a rough 2.5 hour flight. Then it got to a point to where we sitting here about to land soon. They told us we were going to land in 20 minutes. 45 minutes later, it feels like we're descending. And we just kept getting more and more. I don't even know what it's called. It just felt like the plane was dropping. And then as we get closer to land, sorry about that. As we got closer to land, you see us getting lower and lower and lower. And next thing you know, it takes right off. And we're like, what the fuck? And the next thing you know, they're going to tell us, oh, guys, this is normal procedure. The pilot decided to discontinue the landing. Da 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 da. So we went in a big circle, went over the ocean again, felt all the rockiness, all the turbulence over the ocean. Felt like we was going to drop into the water. And then we finally landed with one of the roughest landings ever. And then on top of that, it took everybody about 30 minutes to get off the plane. And then we waited about 45 minutes for our bags to come out. Our one bag to come out. So yeah, it was a rough travel day for us so far. Not done yet. We're in Fort Lauderdale, Sunday. What is it? February 1st. And it is windy and cold. Did not expect it to be this cold out here. It's Florida. Who expects Florida to be cold? On top of that, we have to go to this rental car company, pick up a rental car, go to Apple Store, get Bria a phone. It's just been a rough travel day, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna make it all the way up to Port St. Lucie. We'll go see her dad, and that'll be the end of the travel day. Hopefully I'll go smooth after this. We've arrived at the mall. Hopefully Apple Store is not hard to find. All the other signs are pointing to it. Play 2K in the Apple Store. Oh yeah, you need your case.
These are a little different though, right? They're not.
Those are 16s, yeah. Would you want the 16?
What's the difference?
She's the one that asked for that.
Do you know what?
So guys, Brie got her phone number transferred to her new phone.
Still have a long mission to get all my shit.
She can't get logged in still, so we're figuring that out. But we made a stop for food. Canes, I got the Caniac combo, 3-finger combo. Yeah, I already know. 30 seconds later, guys, we're done. We inhaled that. Yeah. Alright, now we got an hour and a half drive.